Log into gyroscopeme.com, the hottest online radio station in the world. GS Radio all day, all night, worldwide. Powered by Gyroscope Media Group, LLC.
GS Radio, the best internet radio station worldwide. Providing the best in music and talk shows. Go to www.gsradionj.com and check out the best internet station in the world. You're listening to GS Radio, internet radio station powered by GMG, LLC.
Get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Dan, Soulful House Nation. I'm coming to you live from the 8th floor. We got another one, ladies and gentlemen. We got another one. Hey. Wow, let me just tell you what's going to happen here. First, we're going to do, just go back to last week. We had a great show last week with A. Shalon. Go back and listen to that interview out of the UK. We got some more stuff coming from the UK. And we got some talks in place from South Africa. So this is all good. Then we'll talk a little bit about what's coming up. Then this week's, well, I'm going to say classic. I'm going to call it, it is a classic when you listen to the artist. Then we're going to talk a little news here. And then we're going to get to our conversation with our special guest and our interview. And hey, and then we're going after that, we're going to go to Shazam Free Zone. We're going to play all new music. So let's do this. Let's start off with the number one song. According to TrackSource, this is the number one song in the Soulful House category. It's by Michael Martineau, Eric Cupper, and Yanika. It's called New Things. So, Chuck, as usual, I'm going to ask you to play just a snippet of it because, Facebook has this nasty, nasty little habit of shutting us down and muting us out. So we want to avoid that. So, Chuck, we're ready for you. Well, folks, get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Dan with Soulful House Nation coming to you live from the 8th floor. Just want to always give a little special shout out to King T Finesse and Ariel Shante for putting our theme song together. So, all right, so listen, here's a little bit of something that's going on here. All right. I hear some noise in the background, TV or something. Yeah, so look, first of all, we got some birthdays. Hey, Wonder Woman's birthday. Jammin' Joe had a birthday. And Mark Francis, all Sagittarius. Hey, all right. I like that Sagittarius thing. Of course, I am a Sagittarius. And we're all in the same sign here. Then we got some new music. Hey, listen, some sad news. Blair Good, who is a very, very important person in the um, in the Soulful House community, lost his mom. So, if you know him or in your feed, make sure you just wish him condolences. He just lost his mom. So, birthdays. We had sad news, and now for some new music, we have Michael Martineau, Eric Cupper, and Yannicka. Their track is called New Things. We're just playing that. Crystal Waters, Robin S., and Soul Central have a new one out. It's called Love One Another. Kelly G has a track out called Lord of Mercy. KGB has a couple tracks out that I just got. One is Jimi Hendrix, The Tower. Okay, all right. And then is also has another one called by Donna Summer called On the Radio. So they have a different little flow to them. You're going to see in a little bit. Some events. Hey, this weekend I went to Chill-X's event, his birthday celebration. Fellow Sagittarian. That's right. I'm getting that in there. Fellow Sagittarius. And it was the Black and Red. It was in Kenilworth, New Jersey. I had a great, great time. Great time. The Who's Who were there. That's what happens when you're a Chill-X and you put on an event. It's going to be a quality event. People came out and supported. DJs. Jammin' Joe was on there, who, by the way, has got a birthday there. Steve Davis did his thing. Then also you had Chill-X. Of course, he played. Then Wonder Woman. First time I heard her play. Killed it. All right. By the way, forget about it. And Mark Francis. And Mark Francis closed it out. And I don't have to tell you what happened with him. He killed it. Then, on top of that, Dawn Tallman sang. And she sang so great, I wanted to jump right on the stage with her. and then I came to myself. Let me tell you something. That woman is talented. What a gift. Oh, my goodness. December 18th, you got Sound of a Dance, and Our House is going to put on an event at 4 Chambers of Life. That's DJ Dat Girl Curly, who, by the way, was the first lady DJ to give me an interview. So, most of us always remember our first, so that was very important. And again, people were suffering from a bad case of Dan Who, and she still, gave me an interview. So DJ Dat Curly's having an event. It's a 4 Chambers of Life. DJ Warren's on the bill. DJ Chill-X is on the bill. Tony Chutch is on the bill, who we have interviewed. And it's life, love, honor, and respect thyself. All right, are the 4 things of life, of Chambers of Life. Then, January 14th, Peaches Platinum Production and Wally B Entertainment. Their Pink and White Sneaker Ball. That's going to be Capricorn and Aquarius, the celebration of life. It's going to be 20 Washington Street. It's going to be another big event. I absolutely will be there. I know it's going to be another great event. If you know them, they always put on quality events. Then you have Steve Davis is doing something, Saturday Night Live, it's an Aquarius night at the Alona Crab Bar in Union. That's coming on January 21st. So already we're starting it up. If you have an event or something that you want us to put out there, hit up Joy or hit you, and we'll make sure we tell everybody. So listen, hey Chuck, why don't you play the number 2 request on that thing here, and that one. Well, put it on, Chuck. All right. And away we go. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Dan, Soulful House Nation, coming to you live from the 8th floor. We have our special guest up here. So wait a minute. Let me introduce our special guest, who, by the way, I met him. Well, I guess we had been chat buddy friends, and I had the chance to meet him actually last year. No, the year before last. Actually, was in it was in Columbia, South Carolina. Excuse me, South Carolina. That's how they say it. I know my family's from South Carolina, Columbia. Anyway, and I had a chance to meet him, and then it was a really good meeting, and we clicked. Anyway, did an interview, but he's got a lot of new stuff happening now. We're going to get into that. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome KGB, Killa Green Beatz. What's up?
Hey.
By the way, tell people, I did not want to tell because I just want to kind of surprise you. What was the name of that track that just played? Name that tune.
It's called The Tower. It's actually it's a remix I did for Jimi Hendrix's birthday, his 80th birthday. It's on YouTube. It's just something, for me as a producer, and as I go through life, I like to give out music, make it accessible to everybody. So I put this video together and I put it on YouTube, and it's just basically a tribute to the king of the electric guitar, the man himself,
Right.
Jimi Hendrix.
Well, today
Yes,
he's still regarded as the best guitar player that ever lived. Most people who play guitars would say that.
It's funny, and that's true. Because everybody knows Prince, and that we all love Prince. Rest in peace to him as well. It seems like all the greatest, so they live short lives. But in any case, I know Prince gathered inspiration from Jimi Hendrix, and Jimi Hendrix played the guitar upside down, so that made him more extraordinary than most guitar players. But I grew up listening to his music, and I always loved it. I saw an opportunity for me to put something together that kind of revived, his presence, and that's why I put together that video. It's kind of, again, a tribute to the king, as I say. My favorite guitar player, but I love Prince too. I think we all do. So we definitely can't mention greatest guitar players and not mention other great guitar players as well.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I know. It's a stretch from Soulful House.
Yes, it is.
But the honest to truth is that is something that's really unique about house music. The fact that you can blend all these different elements from all the different genres of music, and turn it into a groove that sounds good for people that like Soulful House. So that's kind of, if you listen to the mix and you listen to the drums. And I'm my apology, Dan. I should have sent you the 3-minute radio edit so you could have got some of the mix to it. You just got the DJ friendly one, and you DJs, we like a runway.
Yeah.
So we had that's like that 2-minute lead up to the singer starting. But in any case, that's on YouTube. Maybe I'll post a link in the chat or something. So if you want to check that out, that's there. Or you can just search for it, Jimi Hendrix Watchtower KGB, DJ KGB. It'll show up for you.
Fantastic. So let's start off with some easy stuff. Like, just tell us a little bit about you.
I'm a DJ / producer. I think I started DJing when I was about 13, long time ago. Once upon a time. I grew up in Queens, New York. So I was in what I consider the land of hip hop, DJ land.
Okay.
I mean, I think all my friends were DJs. There was a DJ on every corner, as they say. And grew up in New York. Was fortunate enough to live in New York for quite some time, so I got to see the club scene there, and actually play at a couple of venues there. And I started off playing. I think a lot of us, just like a lot of us, we started playing hip hop. But I loved all music. I love rock. I love classical. I'm a big classical fan, jazz fan. So I really, to me, music comes in many colors, and I enjoy all the colors. I really do. Yeah, my collection spans all over the place. And if you ever listen to me DJ, you kind of tell that. I don't definitely don't stick to one pocket. I'm all over the place. But following, the years that I lived in New York, while I was there, I got a chance to play some music at a couple of venues. I don't know if anybody would remember Justine's. They used to be on 8th
Sure.
Avenue way
Okay.
back when. Then we
Okay.
also played at the Rooftop in Harlem
Okay.
a
All
little
right.
bit, where Brucey B and Hollywood was at. I played the after party. I wasn't as big as them. Love Bug
Mm-hmm.
Starsky used to be in the building all the time. So this
Okay.
is back in the hip hop days.
Mm-hmm.
So back then I was hip hop extraordinaire. Got
Mm-hmm.
some music played on HBI as well back then, mixtapes, things of that
Mm-hmm.
nature. And Uncle Sam called me, and I decided to join the Navy, and that took me around the world a few times. And
Okay.
I was fortunate enough as I traveled to DJ just about every place I landed.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, again, there was times when I had to do a country wedding, and I rose to the occasion
Rose to
and
the
played some of
occasion.
that some of that some of that Randy Travis and all that country
Okay.
madness,
All
as I
right.
say.
Oh
So
yeah.
so I definitely got a chance to do a little bit of everything. Like I said, I think that is what has made me a better producer and a better DJ, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Just exploring all the different genres and actually getting to play for people, in these different genres and see how they react to the different musics and learning the dance floor and how to read the crowd. So that definitely had helped me, coming up as a DJ. So
Okay.
yeah, man, I'm just still plugging along here as a DJ. Fast forward to within the last few years, I'm now based in Jacksonville, Florida, and
Mm-hmm.
I basically DJ and produce here. I
Mm-hmm.
have several different venues that I play frequently down here in Jacksonville area.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really had the ability to travel as much as I would like to, but that's what it is. What it is. And
Right.
then I started producing music back in the early 2000s, but I never did anything formally up until here recently. I was always the remix king, as they say. And I see a
Okay.
lot of DJs are like that too. I think we start off doing remixes as DJs, and then we make the progression of doing our own music, and that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm
Okay.
starting to make my own tunes, develop my own sound, and move to the next level. Which
Okay.
to me, what's the next level for a DJ, Dan?
Producing.
You know it, brother. You
Producing.
said it. That's it.
Producing.
That's
Listen.
it.
As
So
I
that's where
mentioned to be.
that's where
I'm
I'm at,
sorry.
bro.
As I mentioned to you before, I
I'm,
have
I'm
all the tools, just never know how to work them. Anyway, I have Ableton Live, the full version. I have
oh
Logic.
man.
I have Native Instruments, and of course, GarageBand came with the MacBook. But I mean, I never
Oh
really.
yeah,
What
yeah,
it is,
yeah.
you really gotta sit with it, and like really, really devote time and energy to it. And that's what I've never done consistently. So I made a beat here and a beat there, but never like put a song
Yeah.
together or anything. But you know what? That's on my bucket list. Anyway, so now watch this. Let me ask you this. Now, how about early music influences? Who were some of your early? I'm talking about friends and family, but then also, let's say maybe commercial artists or whatever. Who were some of your early influences?
um, well, as I grew up in New York, I hit the club scene. I think, well, first of all, before I even got to the club, we was listening to the radio.
Mm-hmm.
We're hearing the likes of Reggie Wells,
Okay.
and Frankie Crocker,
Okay.
my
All
idol.
right.
I'm
Hollywood.
hearing,
Hollywood.
yeah, 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 yeah. And this is on the radio, so
Uh-huh.
but like I said, I mentioned earlier, I was a rock fan, so I mean,
Oh, okay.
I listened to Pink Floyd, I listened to
Okay.
Led Zeppelin,
Okay.
I listened to Jimi Hendrix, so
Okay.
I was definitely I was kind of like an extraordinary black kid. Black kids
Listen.
don't listen to
Hey,
rock
listen.
music all the time.
Well, listen. So, a lot of the parties I did were for people who didn't look like us. And I
Right.
played Led Zeppelin. Stairway to Heaven was a very, very big one. Of course,
Oh yeah.
Pink Floyd was very big.
Yeah.
Some of the other stuff I played, like Aerosmith and things of that nature. And then, of course, Bon Jovi. And matter of fact, I played Bon Jovi. I think Wednesday or Thursday, I did a party
Okay.
for,
Yeah. That's
for
still good.
So anyway, so I kind of get it, but also I played hip hop. I still play hip hop. I played freestyle, if you remember that style of music. I
Oh
played a
yeah.
lot of that. Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
I played new wave because I was playing for different audiences instead
Right.
of just because most I mean on the keep it real side, most black DJs play for black audiences, and they have what they listen to.
Majority.
But yeah, but I'm gonna tell you the most interesting thing that I found. I found that when I was doing, especially if you go back to the '90s, when I was doing the high schools, I found that the white kids were more versatile than the black kids in
Yeah.
terms of what they would listen to.
Yeah.
But the Latino crowd was the most versatile because they
Wow.
would listen to, hip hop, R&B, things on maybe on that side of things, but they'd also listen to some rockish things, and then of course you could play Latin for them. So
Right.
it was like okay. Anyway,
Right.
anyway, um, so 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 yeah. So you were saying who were some of your early influences? Just
Yeah, so as I was saying, growing up in New York, got to hear a lot of the New York DJs. I actually met Reggie Wells. Reggie Wells is one of the people that actually inspired me to play, this soulful type of, probably the precursor to what we now know as soulful house.
mm-hmm.
I'm talking about, like, I don't know, some of the old groups back then, D Train,
Sure.
um, you know, I'll even say Nucleus, which really
Okay.
wasn't. Yeah, Nucleus wasn't necessarily,
But
that R&B, but they kind of, had that up tempo music, and we definitely got it in back there during the club era in New York, back in that was like the '80s.
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
but also got to go to Paradise Garage quite a few times, and
okay.
got to mention the man himself,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Larry Levan.
Okay. I saw
Yeah,
him play once.
seen him play many times, and
Mm.
he definitely inspired me.
Mm-hmm.
For these. Let's hear the record and let it play.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Man?
It's different flow. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So, I definitely have a lot of great DJs and artists from that era that
Mm-hmm.
kind of stick with me today. I still got that same vibe in my head. Sometimes when I sit down and actually work on a remix or a song,
Mm-hmm.
I try to borrow something from back in that time,
Mm-hmm.
to bring up something new. So yeah,
So let me tell you my nuclear story.
okay,
So this is going back a few moons ago. I won't say many moons. 'Cause I'm not that old. You know that.
of
Anyway,
course not.
of course not. Young man, young Dan. Anyway, so this now I'm DJing in this bar.
Hmm.
It's a dive. It's a dive. It's on the white side. All right. So the clientele was mostly white.
Right.
So this young lady comes in and she says, "Can you play Jamoni?" I said, "Jamoni?" Because I'm pretty much up on my stuff. I said, "Jamoni." I said, "Hmm." I said, "I don't know that one, Jamoni." I was like, and that was, back then you couldn't go on the internet and download something. You either had the song, or you didn't have it. She's like, "Yeah, Jamoni, 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 Jam. Oh, jam on it." Now I get it. I
Oh
said,
yeah,
"Jamoni." Okay. Anyway.
yeah. We
Um,
definitely, as DJs, we probably each have a story of when somebody tried to come up and sing to you while you're DJing, or tell you that song that goes, da da da, and I'm da da. What? I always say, sing it. Let me hear how it goes. Sing it.
yeah.
I just be like, sing it again. I'll go back and play a record. Sing it one more time. Let me hear
Uh,
it again.
oh,
At
definitely, definitely,
this
definitely,
point, I just
definitely.
try to have fun with it. But
Yeah,
yeah, everybody definitely has experienced that at one point or another. For
yeah.
sure.
Well, like I said, I was anyway. Um, how
Yeah.
about some of your, what's interesting is that most of the house guys came from a hip hop and R&B background,
Yeah.
and they got into house. How did
Right.
you? I think you were saying about Reggie Wells. Is Reggie Wells the one who formally introduced you to house music, or how did you get into house?
Well, yeah, I would say, playing with Reggie Wells. I mean, he played pretty much, like MFSB and
Sure.
Peach Brothers, Peach
Okay.
Boys,
Don't
Peach
make me
Boys,
wait.
and
Okay.
stuff like that. So that to me, that's like early house music. I mean, you can put that in the mix right now in a house set, and people will vibe to it. So, stuff like that. So yeah, absolutely, that's what really kind of got me into house music more so than anything. And then I had some friends, of course, that loved house, and they would play it all the time, and I just kind of learned about it through my friends as well. Absolutely.
All right, so, fantastic. Let me give a few shout outs here. Mitch McCrae, what's up? Anaya Weathers is in the house. Oh, look at all these great people came out to see you. All right. Sheila Johnson, what's up? Linda Mendez, how you doing? All right. Joy, what's up? All right. Okay, so now let's do this. How about some of your favorites, your favorite artists back in the days, the classics and even today's music?
Well, I've already said D-Train. I love D-Train.
Okay.
Let me think. Shannon, I'm a freestyle guy too.
Okay.
Freestyle guy too. Let me see. I also like I like New Order.
Oh, sure.
Depeche Mode.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. I used to play that stuff.
Yeah, of course we did.
I played Erasure. I played them.
Yeah.
I played Flock of Seagulls.
Oh,
I
yeah.
played Billy Idol.
Okay.
New Order, of course. Black Blue Monday and
New Order.
And the Triangle. Okay, all right. I think about that. What you know about that? Anyway.
and that's the thing. Some of these young kids coming up now, they're not going to have that. They don't know nothing about that. But there's a lot of great music that's coming about today. Absolutely, can't even discount that even a little bit. Yeah.
Now, where you've been around really from the beginning, before it was even called house music, it was probably called club music or disco and things of that nature.
Well, Dan, to be honest with you, I don't want to date myself because I'm young KGB.
It's research.
Yeah, but
you did some research and
yeah, I did some research, but I was down. I was kind of in the groove, back before hip hop was hip hop. Like back in like Cool Herc days, like the BX and all that. Yeah, okay. I was definitely at some of these parties in Queens though, checking out people like I saw Cool Mo D and the Treacherous 3. Yeah, definitely seen them. So yeah, I definitely have had the opportunity to kind of see two different genres formulate that we now appreciate and that really are prominent and globally. So it's been like a really great experience, throughout my life, music, and being a DJ. Absolutely. I don't, like I said, I'm like you, Dan. I don't let too many people know how old I am because that's why I stay clean shaven, put the beard down. Funny story. Let me tell you something. I was out the other day, and actually, I was at a venue this past weekend, and nobody could guess my age.
Okay.
And I don't want to put. Well, I'll put it out there. Somebody told me I was 35, and I was like, man, thank you. You made my month. Yeah, I'm 57, man. I'll be 58 next year. By the time it's definitely ticking. But yeah, that's to me that's a great age for the music that we're in because, like you said, we got to see it evolve from almost the disco is dead days
right
now. So especially with house music, I've definitely been there from day one. Listening, collecting. I have like 50,000 records. I have records in storage, unfortunately, but I have a large catalog of music. That has been developed over all that time, and I actually still play 45s too. We have a couple of events here in Jacksonville where we play 45s, so I do that here. So.
Wow. Let's, before we move on, like you're in Jacksonville, talk to us a minute again about the scene in Jacksonville, and you also have a background in Queens. What's the same? What's the difference? Popularity and what's
What's it like in Jacksonville?
Yeah, Jacksonville. Yeah.
Okay, so the scene down here, and one of my good friends is actually in the chat. I want to send a shout out to DJ K Man, he's in the chat, and he moved down here from DC. And in his eyes, there is no scene here. That's his. He's like, it is not happening here. But I've been here long enough to see the scene. And at one point, Florida's house scene was more. It was more of a tech house type environment. Yeah, you might hear something with some, that sounds Latin influence, coming out of Miami. We had different artists that would come up with different things that were soulful, but for the most part, Florida, we had breakbeat, which is huge in Florida. So I was making breakbeat remixes, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I got like a couple of breakbeat remixes that still knock today. Matter of fact, but it's just like, and with that, I've also played a lot of drum and bass too, and I made drum and bass remixes. But Florida, the scene, it's kind of slow. We do have a couple of promoters. As a matter of fact, the last time I was on your show, you interviewed me and DJ Red.
Yes.
And so he's still doing it, man. I mean, he's bringing artists here, soulful house artists, and and DJs like me get to play alongside them. We've had Stacy Kidd here in town. Since we talked, we had Patty Kane. Patty came and played. But Louis Vega's been down, but he went to Orlando. He didn't make it to Jacksonville. Okay. So the scene is kind of slow, but I've always been the person. I don't rely on the scene. I make my own scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
so yeah. So I'm the DJ. I'm the one that's gonna make it happen if it's gonna happen. So we're working on that. Always working on that.
Now, how is the music, say, in Jacksonville versus, say, up north here? What do you?
It's not. Well, what was funny? I noticed. And this is on this hip hop side. Do you remember when up north it was mostly that northeast type hip hop, and then all of a sudden there was a flood of this southern style hip hop that just took over. Yeah, that's Jacksonville. We still got that. We call it mumble rap.
Okay.
Mumble rap is prominent. But I will say over the last I say 2 to 3 years, right here in Jacksonville, we've definitely seen more house events. And it's just the fact that we have some DJ / promoters that they want to play this music. Plus, I think we've all seen a surge in popularity for house music, so especially soulful house music during the pandemic and what have you. Especially with things like Twitch and things of that nature, makes it easier for everybody to really hear what's going on and to gravitate toward what they really like. So, things have gotten better here over the last few years, regardless to what K-Man says in the chat there. I see he says, we have no house scene. Anyway, me and him, we always go back and forth.
That sounds like it.
Yeah.
Wow. So now, at some point, you said, listen, I'm not only going to be a listener, but I'm going to actually DJ. So how did you get started DJing? Like, what made you say, you know what, I don't want to just be on the outside. I want to be on the inside.
I had a good friend that had equipment in his house. He had the B1s, the Technique B1s. And that's how I really learned how to DJ on the belt drives. But he was really good, and I just observed what he was doing. And his brother was an MC, so so we started DJing parties, and then finally I got my own stuff. And then I started, I guess I really started off with the pause button mixtapes. I think we all did that a little bit way back when, right?
See, look, it's research for me. Just like I just found out they had payphones at one point. I didn't know that. Research. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
It's good. It's good knowledge to have. You know what I'm saying? And if you lived it, I mean, you definitely have a greater appreciation from where we came from to what we have now, especially.
Yeah. Well, listen, I played on SLB ones. I had SLD ones. I had now I'm gonna really show how much research I've done. I had BSRs, Gerard turntables, you know, the kind that you
Wow.
would put them, you put like 3, 4, 5, 6 in the stacks, and they would go down one after the time. Anyway, research. Anyway,
Research. Absolutely.
yeah. Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Well, listen. How about some of the places you've DJ'd? And
I have I played. I could tell you I played around the globe. So I played in Japan. I played in Italy. I
mm-hmm.
played in California. And
Mm,
I used to live in Fresno because with the military I
okay,
was there.
okay.
Played in Memphis.
Mm,
Did some stuff in Memphis before. Of course, I already told you I played in New York quite a
right.
bit.
Mm-hmm.
I I think Florida, maybe Florida. Of course, here in Florida, this is where I've been playing for the last, I don't know, 20, 30 years been here. So this has been my home and this is where I DJ the most right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted a quick announcement, folks. Of course, we're on Facebook, but we're on Twitch, we're on the website, we're on Vimeo, we're on Twitter right now. So we're a whole bunch of places, just so you know, um, in terms of checking us out here. You
Mhm.
know, you mentioned Japan and all those places, and as we're talking, it popped into my head. Um, so, did you play the same in music? Did you have to make adjustments for those different locations?
Actually, to
Or
be honest with you,
mm-hmm.
surprisingly, they knew our music just as well. Now,
Wow.
where I played mainly, because I was in the military, so
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like on a military base,
Mm-hmm.
and they'd have back then they had clubs on all the bases.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I'd play at these clubs, and it would be the same music. I mean, of
Mm.
course, it was a mixed crowd. It was like half, everybody wanted to see the GIs, the American GIs in country. So
Mm-hmm.
all the women would come to the club.
Okay.
So we would accommodate them with our music,
Okay.
and I got to play basically the same stuff that we would listen to say at a barbecue over there.
Okay.
you know so
Wow.
some old school R&B, some hip
Mm-hmm.
hop,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little house every now and then, but it was mainly mainstream top 40 type stuff.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
is there any place that you'd like to DJ that you haven't played?
I'd like to definitely get it in at a festival in the Northeast, anywhere in the Northeast. And it's mainly because I've definitely been doing a lot of soulful house and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
I think what probably the reason why I haven't been able to do more is because, I haven't been able to travel due to my wife's condition. She's disabled, so I'm taking care of her now.
Oh,
But
sorry to hear that.
like I said, you know, I'm open for travel, and anybody that would have me, I would be more than happy to
Mm-hmm.
come, DJ, spin at a festival up in the Northeast. I know right now it's getting kind of cold up there, so most of them things are turned off. But when the spring comes back and it heats up there, and it's festival season. If there's any promoters out there looking for out of town DJs, holla at me. Holla, holla.
Hey, hey, listen to this. You said it's getting cold. No, it is cold. Number
Yeah.
one, you must have forgot. And then you know what? I just accepted a job. I'm going to be doing. I'm from Patterson. I'm in Patterson. I'm going to be DJing at Eastside Park
Okay.
outside on December 18th, next
Ooh,
Sunday. I'm saying
looking
we're
forward to that,
Sunday.
right?
I was like, what was I thinking? Actually, I'm going to be playing. They have like a Christmas toy giveaway, and they want me to play like holiday music and stuff like
Okay.
that. But then I thought about it. I said, today it snowed here. Not a lot, but just enough to let you know you're in the north. And I said,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dress
Anyway,
warm. My advice: dress warm, damn. Dress
oh,
warm because it's
please,
gonna be
please,
cold.
please, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, who are some of the people that you've DJ'd with? Is anybody you want to play with?
Um, mainly I'm trying. Like I told you earlier, I played with some of the old school hip hoppers.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really played with anybody on the house side just because I've been in this remote situation for quite some time. But I mean, I've definitely met a lot of great DJs from around the country.
Mm-hmm.
Met Stacy Kidd. I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned I met Patty Kane here just recently,
Mm-hmm.
and I've actually put a song out on Patty Kane's label not too long ago.
Okay.
Um, so she kind of got my feet wet to that. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
whole putting a track out. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, so got to meet her and kind of vibe with her as well.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful lady.
Yeah.
Kim Moultrie's in the house. What's up, Kim? Again, you can check us out here. We're on Facebook, of course. We're on Twitter right now. We're on Twitch right now. We're on the website. We're on Vimeo and several other places. All right. Now, let me ask this question here. I want to get a little bit into producing and stuff that you're doing at this point. So I would like to spend some time on that. Well, first of all, but how did you get started producing?
I just started doing remixes back early 2000s. Had like Acid and Cakewalk and Sonar. Went through all of them. Then I had Pro Tools, and now I'm on Ableton.
Okay.
Like Ableton. Okay. You said you got it. You need to crack that thing open. You need to crack that thing open, man. It's a great tool.
I agree. I agree. And I just never really learned how to work it. You know what it is? I got to say, let me just take a week off and do nothing else and then get the hang of it. And then once you get the hang of it, then you can kind of go from there, I think.
Yeah.
But you got to you got to put that, you know, it's like anything. It's like if you don't put that time into it, forget about it.
That's right.
So that's who I am. But one day I'm gonna say KGB. Guess what? I got it. I got the hot track.
Well, Dan, if you ever need any help, man, I'm here, man. Give me a call.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Plus, you know, they got the college of YouTube out there.
Yes. YouTube University. Right?
Come on, man. Can't go wrong there. You learn how to do anything on YouTube College.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Name some of the tracks and artists you've worked with over the years.
I've worked just recently here. I did a couple of tracks with some artists. I got a track with Momo.
Okay.
Yeah, Momo. And I'm gonna tell you how I did. And I've actually done several tracks. We haven't released them all yet, but one of the tracks, I say the first track that I did with her, let me tell you how this track came about. So for the people that are watching, you know who Momo is. You know, she rides out and she does her ride to work, you know, ride out. So what I did was, and I used to, you know, watch her show in the mornings, and I just grabbed snippets of her talking, and I made a track out of it. Matter of fact, I sent you that track. It's called Bang the Box.
That was a while back.
Yes. So I basically made a track around her, you know, her doing a ride out, and you know, made a little chorus and everything. So that was you know, that was Momo. But I haven't really worked with any prominent artists that you know, a lot of people would know. Mainly hip hop artists. I got some local artists that I've done tracks for here. Done some beats for. But definitely have a lot on the horizon. We'll be talking a little bit more about that here in a second. Okay. I did a track here just recently with Queen Anteria. I don't know if you know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, I know. We're friends on Facebook.
Yep. She's definitely somebody that's frequenting Twitch. She'll be in the chat. I think she moderates on in the Zone Entertainment pretty frequently. So, but we did a track, and it hasn't formally been released yet, but it's a nice little groove, and we're working on that, trying to get it out to everybody. So that'll be another one for me. But like I said, we definitely have some big stuff coming. I had a vocalist that I just worked with not too long ago. It's actually a cousin of my friend K-Man. His cousin's name is Shanti Walker. Okay. And he's got some pipes. Let me tell you. Okay. This man thing. So I've already done at least one track for him as well. And you know, again, 2023 is going to be our year. We'll be drama free in 2023.
Hey, wait a minute, hold it. That sounds like a rap deal. Rhyme and everything.
Yeah, but yeah, 2023 we got, you know, some big things on the horizon, and definitely a lot of good music. I mean, it's a great time for house music. So we're just gonna ride the wave, as they say.
So just to share something with you, I have some great pipes too. Now they're rusted, but anyway. Dan, you know I watch your show all the time, right?
We're gonna put you on the spot one day and say, all right, well, why don't you give us some acapella there, bro?
Listen, I told you my pipes are rusty.
Okay.
The lead pipes. Anyway.
Okay.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Is there anyone that you would like to work with? Say bar none. And I'm going to say, now watch this. And once person said that that's kind of creepy, but whether they're living or not. And the reason I said that is if you remember, hey, going back to the 80s,
Yes.
Natalie Cole did the song Unforgettable with her dad. That was a tremendous hit.
Yes.
It was a tremendous hit. Is there anybody living or not living that you would like to do a track with and put a house beat on it?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm gonna keep it in my circle. I'm not gonna say, well, I would like to work with Beyonce.
Why not?
I mean, who wouldn't? but I'm gonna say I'd like to work with Miss Yaz Raw. I like Miss Yaz Raw.
Okay.
And that's something I think that could possibly happen. So I'm not saying I haven't even reached out to her. You asked me a question. I'm telling you, yeah, I'd like to work with her. I'd like to work with anybody that can hold a note.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I was excited. When you said anybody, I was like excited for a minute. But then you said hold a note. I said, oh, man. Anyway.
Yeah, but, upcoming vocalists, not necessarily anybody that's well known. Because, I believe you can there's great artists all around us. A lot of them just haven't been brought to the forefront. And honestly, I believe anybody that can sing, I can produce a song around them. The writing part, I haven't written much, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
Well, speaking of that, so there's unfortunately, I met this guy at a funeral, a friend of mine's funeral. But this guy is a singer. I took his information. I haven't done anything with, but this guy, if Teddy Pendergrass had a twin brother, I'm talking about vocally, this was the guy. And to your point, there's a lot of talent out there that is not recognized. There's a lot of talent in there who's maybe just singing in other venues and just maybe do it as a sidekick, but they have tremendous pipes,
Right.
So anyway, so maybe we can have that conversation,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, listen, let me give a few shout outs there. Okay. Charles E. Mitchell Sr. is in the chat. What's up, Charles? Shonda Shej is in the chat. Mitch McCrae is in the chat. All right.
Hey, Dan.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you're looking at Twitch, but gotta acknowledge Momo TV Life is in the chat. And also Heaven Bound Productions.
Okay. All right.
How y'all doing?
Hey, I got to tell you something. I just saw Momo on Friday.
Wow.
Yeah, I just saw her on Friday. So Momo and I, let's just say when we get together, it's straight silliness.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Jokes flying everywhere, right?
Yeah. So anyway, so I love Momo. It's it's like when we get together, it's like, anyway. Yeah. It's not for normal people. Put it that way. Anyway, we have a strange and wonderful relationship. She's strange and I'm wonderful. Anyway. Okay. Anyway. Anyway. Yeah. So listen. Let's talk about. By the way, Miss Yaz will probably hear that you want to work with her. I'll probably get back to her. Anyway. So let me ask you this question. How about producers that you admire and or would like to do a collaboration with?
It's funny you should mention that. I've had a couple of guys reach out to me just from, seeing my stuff online, 'cause I do have a Bandcamp page. I got YouTube. I just recently had somebody reach out to me, Pasquale Landi.
Sure, out of Italy.
Yeah, he reached out to me. Who knows? Maybe a collab in the future between me and him. That'd be nice. Let me see. I would also, I mean, producers I admire. I think we all admire Mr. Vega just to
Absolutely.
his longevity with
Mm-hmm.
and what he does. I mean, he's got a great sound,
Mm-hmm.
and he's, honestly, he's been one of the progenitors of
Okay.
house
Yeah.
music, soulful house, as we know it.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
honestly believe so because he's been doing it, for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't, I can't say producers I admire and not mention that man.
Right. Right. Right.
He's definitely doing it. I also like Josh Milan as well.
Oh, please.
I mean,
You ain't
yeah,
said
these
nothing
are
wrong yet. You
the
haven't said
heavy,
anything wrong yet.
yeah, everything they touch is gold.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
like I said, I'm definitely looking to work with the big boys. They get to shine, and they get to shine all the time. The light is so bright. A lot of the upcoming talent doesn't necessarily get that, and there's a lot of talent out here. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about grassroots people that are just really getting started, and let's forge a relationship and see what we can come up with.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's better. I mean, I would love to work with Louis Vega. So if you
Wow.
word gets to him, I'm available.
Okay.
but
Okay.
you gotta be realistic,
Uh-huh.
and just reach out to what you can realistically um, make happen, bring to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's I'm looking for grassroots folks, right now.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Hey, let's give a big shout out to Lionel A. Leach. Lionel, what's up? How you doing? Okay, now I want to talk about your new tracks and share some of that stuff with us. New
Okay.
stuff and your interpretation.
Well, like I said, I mentioned we were talking about the Jimi Hendrix remake that I did earlier.
Yes.
And again, he's a rock artist, but I strongly believe that you can flip just about anything into a soulful house groove. To be
Mm-hmm.
honest, like I did a Pink Floyd remix for The
Okay.
Wall. Just did
Okay.
that,
Okay.
yeah. And I'm a big remix fan, remix
Mm-hmm.
guy. Love
Mm-hmm.
bringing those, bring some new life to those old tracks. So
Mm-hmm.
I always look for something I can flip into a remix. I got a good friend that me and him trade remixes all the time. His name is DJ Get Down.
Okay. DJ get
DJ
down. All
Get
right.
Down
Mm-hmm.
is man, he's the remix king, and he's every week he's sending me some hot stuff. So I try to you know do the same with him, send him something new. So we're building our remix catalog that way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but as I said, we definitely have some original material coming out
Mm-hmm.
next year, and I'm gonna go ahead and let the cat out of the bag and say that
Uh-oh.
looking at my shirt right here,
Uh-huh.
this is actually a business that I have partnership with. I have two partners. One of them is my man K-Man, and the other one you also know
Okay.
is DJ Adomni.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
we
Yes. Yes. We had him on before, right? Mm-hmm.
yes. So we
Uh-huh.
formed a bond through this company, and we're looking to bring some music to the public here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Again, like I said, 2023 is going to be our year. Definitely, right now we're just building our catalog, getting music ready, for the
Mm-hmm. Right.
streets.
Right.
So look for that real soon.
Okay.
If you go on my YouTube page, I got a
Mm-hmm.
few remixes with videos. I'm a kind of like a novice videographer as well. So when I can flip it, I'll put a video to my music. I'm always looking to push the envelope, and I think that's important because
Hmm.
you want to be different than everybody else. So you don't
Right.
want to do the same thing that the next guy's doing, that the next guy's did, that the guy that you got to change it up, and we got to be careful when it comes to house music to do that because house music is, let's face it, it's four on the floor, man. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
and I'm gonna be honest with you, Dan. You know it. Anybody can buy a controller and call himself a DJ.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not gonna call out no names, but I definitely see it. I mean, I see some of these so-called DJs getting top billing. at different venues, you know. So it just happens, and it happens everywhere. So, and that's just kind of part of the game. I understand that, but
Well, here's something pretty interesting. I just want to, this popped into my head. Okay, now, the fact. Well, put it this way: controllers made it more affordable for more people to enter the
Yes.
DJ business. I mean, the CDJ setup. If you get in the 3,000s, if you can find the 2,000s anymore, it would be very hard.
yeah,
You're looking at 6K.
that's
It could be
ridiculous.
more. So the question becomes for a lot of guys like, listen, I want to play, but at $6,000, I got a down payment on something, or I bought something outright, cash, whatever.
That's
So
right.
so controllers, you can get a controller for a couple $100,
Right.
and it's like, hey, now I'm on my way. For some people, it's like a starting point. Some people, it's like, look, for example, if I go, like I have CDJs, but I need to tell you, when I do these mobile parties, I'm not carrying that heavy stuff. So, so here's my question. All right, with all the DJs out there, do you think that's no good, or does it mean you have to get your game up because there's much more competition?
Yeah,
What's your
like I
take?
said, you gotta be different. Honestly,
Different. Okay.
yeah. I mean, different is good, in this case because you're not doing the same thing that everybody else is doing, and you're kind of forging your own sound. So yeah, I'm like you. I mean, I've got a controller, but I like to play on a Rain 12s. That's what I'm playing on.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
gotta get, I mean, it doesn't really matter if I'm playing house or hip hop. I can go either way with them. But you're right, and I also think it's good that controllers have made it so easy in one aspect for DJs to do their thing because it just helps to perpetuate the music, the whole music scene. To be honest with you, so you got more people that are actually more interested in music in that sense now, just because it's that more accessible to them.
Okay. Now this is this is a Disney rated show, but I'm gonna use a 4-letter word that starts with S and see how you feel about it. You ready?
I'm ready.
Sync.
Oh
Sync button.
man. Oh yeah. Oh man.
Okay.
See,
All right.
that's it. That's what I'm talking about. See.
I'm trying to keep it clean. The sync button.
Oh man.
All the DJs out there, the
Yeah.
sync button. Anyway.
Actually, to be honest with you, sync. Even if you don't use it, or if you use it sparingly. In other words, okay, so if you got a sync button on your controller, and you're getting ready to DJ your next tune, you hit the sync button to get the tempo right, and you turn it off. I'm not mad at you. It's a switch.
Okay.
But if you put that sync button on and you let the tune ride into the next tune, you're cheating. I said it. You're cheating.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you say that that's okay for like training wheels, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know what else sync is good for?
Okay.
And I heard you say one time you're on Tractor.
Yes, I love Tractor. That's what I use.
Right. So if you got a 4-deck, you got 4 decks going, you're mixing all 4 decks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you if you sync 2 of them because it's kind of hard to flip back and forth the way things are, especially in that. So.
Just figured I'd ask that question.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their own take on it. Some people just, it's taboo. Other people live by it. So, it is what it is.
Okay. Now, what about this? DJing or producing? What's number one for you?
Well, I mean, I've always been a DJ. Right now, production is more important to me.
Okay.
And it's just because at this stage of the game, I feel like I've graduated to the next level for a DJ. And you could kind of tell by the music that I put out. I put a lot of passion into it. So I'm in the college of life too, so I'm still learning as well.
Okay. So listen, I just want to give a couple shout outs. GG Funk, what's up? Okay, I'm gonna save this one for last here. GG Funk gives a big shout out to Tayo Wink, Vanessa Jackson, Carmen Brown, Momo TV, Henry, Linda Collier. But guess who's on the line? Maybe we could get the hook up here. Miss Yaz is on the line. KGB just said, I'm just putting it out there, so this is not gossip. You can go back and you can hear that he said it. So if the word gets back to you, Miss Yaz, KGB would like to do a track with you. Now, listen. I'm sorry that leaked. But
That's a
Miss
good
Yaz,
list.
there's an opportunity out here. Maybe you guys can connect. Anyway, I'm just saying. Anyway, Miss Yaz, how you doing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So,
So what can we expect from you going forward? Talk about projects that you can share, things you can share, events, etc. that are coming up.
okay, so I kind of mentioned, we've got, we're looking at a production slash company slash label. The name of our label is, you can see it right here on my shirt, the Soulful House Syndicate.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So that's coming. Again, I said 2023 will be our year. I know quite a few people already know. Like I said, we're working with several artists already. So we definitely got some irons in the fire. And I will continue to improve my craft. I mean, I'm just, again, I'm in the YouTube college and I'm in the college of life. I'm double enrolled, learning new stuff every day.
Okay.
And I just try to put what I learned into my music and into my DJing.
Okay.
So more and more of that, definitely.
Chili Black is in the house. Queen Ontario is in the house. How you doing, everybody?
Wow. Queen
Hey, so but you do a podcast also? You play online?
Oh yeah.
Would you tell us
Well,
about that?
yeah, I play weekly on a couple of different Twitch channels. I play weekly on my channel. I play all the time on my channel. On Twitch is Killa Green Beatz. But I also play,
because they might not spell it correctly. And
it's Killa Green, the word green, Greeen, if I can get that out. And Beatz with a Z at the end, Beatz, Killa Green Beatz on Twitch.
Right.
Okay,
right.
so I play on my favorite channel. I think it's the number one place. And I say it all the time. It's the number one place on the internet for Soulful House. Not to take nothing away from what you guys are doing. Soulful House Music Collage. There's so much talent on that channel. It's ridiculous. So, and I see a lot of people on that channel. I've met some people on that channel. And then I also play on Sundays. I should say I do Soulful House Music Collage on Thursdays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. East Coast time. And then on Sundays I do a raid train with a group of DJs. We're all pretty decent friends at this point. We've been doing that for about a year. And that's called the Straight Fire raid train. And that's me, DJ Get Down, DJ Tron Blaze, DJ Real, K-Man, Adamni. Who else have we had? We've had Midas Touch. We've had we see Tyree Cooper in the chat. Maybe we can get him to play with us because he's always in the chat checking us out. And then I'll put it out there. You're welcome to chime in on a Sunday if you have some time. Come on out and
hey, hit me up. Let me know when. I love to play. I mean, that's my first love.
Okay.
DJing. I love doing the interviews, but I got to tell you, back against the wall, push comes to shove, and I got to make a decision. I'm gonna play every time.
I hear you. So I mean, that's the easiest way to see me DJ. But I want to also mention I do have a couple of things coming up. We have if you're in Northeast Florida, we're about to have a Florida Solstice Festival, and it's basically a wellness festival. As a matter of fact, it's this weekend coming up. So it starts on Friday, and they're gonna have house music throughout the weekend. Probably about 15 or 20 different DJs playing throughout the weekend, and this is in Northeast Florida in St. Johns County at their fairgrounds. So it's an outdoor festival, and we can do that in Florida because it's still 60, 65, 70 here at times. Shoot, the last week it was 80. So,
wow.
So as long as we don't have any rain, we're going to be good this weekend for the Solstice Festival. Again, I can put a link to the information for that in the chat. But it's definitely something it's for wellness. So they're gonna have like yoga classes. They're gonna have different. They actually do have some doctors talking about some different things. They got,
That's good.
again, it's gonna be a full weekend of camping, music, um, you know, outdoor living.
Gotcha.
So, and they have tickets online for that. So again, you guys can take a look at that. I'll post a link. Matter of fact, I'll post a link on the group for Soulful House Nation on
Okay, great,
Facebook.
great, great.
So that's coming
Tag
up.
me too.
Yeah, I'll definitely tag you in that.
Hmm.
So that's coming up this weekend. So again, if anybody's interested,
Hmm.
like to see you out there. I'm playing on Saturday and Sunday for that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do us a favor. Any final thoughts for you as we come in for a soft landing? Uh, any final thoughts?
First of all, I'd like to thank you for even inviting me to have this discussion. I think it's going to do me some good,
Hope.
and it's always good. I know a lot of people watch me DJ all the time, and at that when I'm DJing, I'm saying, "Let's go, let's go," and that's
Uh-huh.
it. They might, but that actually have a conversation, where I'm talking to somebody like yourself. That helps me. So and that
Okay.
helps. Honestly, I appreciate you asking me to do this.
Excellent.
Um, and like I said, I've definitely got some music out there. Please check out my YouTube, DJ KGB. Look for
Hmm.
the my logo. It's just a black and red, a red and black logo has my name on it.
Hmm.
Or you can also look for me on Bandcamp, Killa Green Beatz. I got a few tunes up there. Not a whole lot up there. Just kind of being conservative with that for now.
Hmm.
But like I said, we definitely got some stuff coming out with a label. Want to focus more on that.
Hmm.
Um, and then of course Twitch, Killa Green Beatz on Twitch.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I did have one question for you. I wanted to
Uh-oh.
ask.
Uh-oh.
This is
It's a
for you,
tough
Dan.
question. If it's a tough question, I'm going to refer it. Go ahead.
And yeah, you can refer it, but I know you guys got a magazine coming out, Deep House
Okay.
Magazine.
Okay. So let me tell you the story behind that.
Yeah.
That's actually George Aiken, and I'm going to say bless his soul,
Yes.
because I, I'm sure I'm not the only one who thought about it, was going to do it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But he actually did it.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's very, very powerful. We need to get behind him. I was going to bring it up before we closed out today. We need to get behind him and push this thing, because this is our community, our music. And you know what's interesting about it is that he's not only, yes, he's got some big names that say, hey, yes, I'm on board, but little guys are getting shots with him too. So it's really important, and we have a mutual goal. I want to see Soulful House go to the public, and I most people don't even know what it is.
Right.
Okay. In addition to that, there's a whole younger generation that thinks of house in terms of the electronic sound or the EDM style, and that's good. But what they don't realize is where that came from,
Right.
with the soulful, which was the original house music.
Right.
So anyway, my whole point is this: is that that's George Aiken and the whole team that he put together is responsible for that. Any way any way we can help them, push it, promote it, and we need to buy it too. You can buy a digital version, or you can buy what you call it, a hard copy. But we really need to buy it because um, obviously you want to make money, be profitable, but the more he can make, or the more money coming in, the more he can push it out there. So anyway,
Right.
hopefully that answered your question. But that's DJ
Yeah, and
George
I
Aiken.
think,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, my the only thing I was going to ask, and I think you already said he's doing it. So it's
Yeah.
just don't forget the little guys, and you
Yeah.
already mentioned that. So,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
so
Yeah. He's a great guy, and like I say,
that's
it's a
awesome.
it's a
That's
it's a
awesome.
big thing that he's doing. Yeah. So, all right. Well, if people want to follow you, support you, keep up with you, et cetera,
Yeah,
et cetera, et cetera.
yeah. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram. It's DJ underscore 909,
Mm-hmm.
DJ KGB underscore 909.
Okay. All
And
right.
then on Facebook, now my the KGB is
Mm-hmm.
is not Killer Green Beats.
Mm-hmm.
It's my government name, Keith G. Benjamin.
Okay.
So if
All right.
you look up Keith G. Benjamin on Facebook, that's my
Mm-hmm.
Facebook page. I think you can find it through DJ KGB as well.
Yeah.
But you can follow me here as well. And then of course, like I said, Twitch out there as Momo always says in Twitch streets. Yeah, Killa Green Beatz on Twitch. You
Uh-huh.
know, hit me up in the chat. Like to see you online checking out the vibe.
Fantastic. All right. KGB, thanks so much for stepping in and blessing
Thank you,
us.
bro.
We got, hey, I love to have the conversation with you. I mean, every time I know you're going to bring some value to the show and value to the community. And, of course, you're going to have much success. We're looking for 2023 to be really big. And anything we can do on this end to push it out, pump it out, whatever,
Yeah.
of course, I'm with it. And tag me every time, posting SOULFUL Nation, SOULFUL Group, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just want to also say special shout out to Joy Oliver because she's the one that actually got me connected with you for an interview first time.
Yes, she's the one
one,
who. Yes,
one time. Is that your niece?
yes,
One
yes.
time for niecey. Joy Oliver.
Yes, that's how we met. That's how
Yeah,
we met through her. Absolutely.
sure.
So I know she's really really big. She watches a lot of shows. I mean,
Yeah.
like some people have the radio on. She has Twitch on. Some
Okay.
people watch TV all day. She watches that, and so she's always looking.
That's
And
awesome.
so when she said to me, "Oh, you're checking him out," I knew, because I knew it was going to be a good thing, quality, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So,
Yeah.
all right then.
Yeah, so and then like last thing I want to mention again, YouTube DJ KGB. I've got a ton of videos up there, few tracks like sync videos where you got some stuff happening in them. I'm gonna be trying to put up more. Got to be a little careful there because, like you always say, Dan, YouTube has a nasty little habit. They will shut you down if you violate their copyright policy, so they'll get you. But in any case, it's been a pleasure being here.
My pleasure.
Thanks for having me, Dan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Hey, we have our special guest here, KGB, Killa Green Beatz. Go back and check him out. We're going to go directly into the Shazam free zone. For those of you who are watching on Facebook, you can hang out here till they shut us off. But in the meantime, you can go to Twitch, and we're going to be on Twitch. And we're going to lead off with this song that may be familiar to KGB. Let's see if he knows it. This is Donna Summer. It's called On the Radio. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the Shazam free zone. I'm DJ Dan SOULFUL Nation coming to you live from the 8th floor. We're in the Shazam free zone where we not only play the songs, but we're going to tell you what they are. This is Killa Green Beatz. This is called On the Radio. Donna Summer.